Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a video about things I think should be left behind in 2016. So it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, it's a bit fun, but these are just my opinions on what I've had enough of this year, and yeah, what I think I don't want to see in the new year. So do leave me some comments below of anything that you agree with, disagree with, that you would want to add to the list, and also leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and do subscribe. And yeah, I'm just gonna get straight on into it. So I've got my little notes on my phone, so if you see me looking down at my phone, it's because I've got them on here. So the first thing I want to leave behind in 2016 would have to be hacks. Hack videos, the word hack, everything about hacks. I just find them quite annoying now. Like, I find hack videos annoying because I just think some of them aren't even hacks. Like, they make your life harder. You know, how to put your makeup on with a spatula and a fork. It's just like, it'll probably just be quicker just to do it with my makeup tools, use my hands, avoid the extra added time spent into making it a hack. You know, or things like hack on how to peel a banana, and it's like, use both hands. It's like, oh wow, imagine that. It's just, yeah, you can see how much I love hacks. I'm not really a fan. I just feel like they're just a little bit weird and time consuming, a lot of them. They've been fun to watch over the years, but now it's time for hacks to stay in the past. Number 2, goals. Hashtag goals, squad goals, everything goals. Oh god, it's so annoying. I find it annoying because you're goalsing something that you don't know. You know, people are portraying a life on Instagram, a life on YouTube that's not our whole lives. Like, it's not all of it, it's just the best bit. Like, you don't want to be on social media and being a downer and being every day is hideously miserable. You're portraying the best parts of your life. So when you're goalsing a couple's photo, or goalsing a group photo, or goalsing a crazy shopping trip, you don't know what is going on here. You don't know if the shopping trip has been funded by just insane amounts of debt, or the stuff's all been gifted. You don't know whether the couple have had this massive row before they've taken this two minutes out to take the perfect Instagram shot, and then are not speaking again for the rest of the day. You don't know about what's going on within that group on that squad goal situation. So, you know, I think we should probably spend 2017 trying to focus on our own lives and trying to, yeah, just improve our own lives and go on our own paths, and not be so focused on trying to be goalsing other people's lives and wanting to have some other people's lives. Like, I see comments on YouTube like, I wish I had your life, I wish I was you. Like, we've all got our own paths, so let's work with what we've got. So hashtag goals, gone. And also, I guess, to do with that would be just generally keeping up with the Joneses. So trying to be the same as everybody else, or be the same as other people, and trying to follow other people's paths. So if someone's buying something designer, I must have it. If this is the trend, I must be on it. If this is what, you know, constantly doing what everyone else is doing and being kind of mesmerized by that, and not kind of following what's right for you. So I think those two things are linked, and I think, yeah, I just wish that the influence of social media could be kind of used sometimes, I think, in a more positive way, than just kind of making people feel inadequate or chasing like materialistic stuff constantly. Number 3 are 3 words that I would like to see the back of in 2016, and they are slay, bae, and yes. Oh. I just find the words really annoying. Like, just, oh, yeah, I mean, I don't use them, and if I use them, I just use them in like a jokey way, but they make me laugh. But I really just feel that they are 3 words that I could easily not miss in the new year, especially, like, you know, yes, with the hands up emoji, like that one. No, oh gosh, no, again, gone. Okay, so number 4, cultural denial, but it's basically, you know, we've had some really crazy political situations come up in both the US and the UK this year. That's where most of my subscriber base are, so I guess you'll understand what I'm saying when I'm saying Brexit and Donald Trump. Both pretty hideous in my opinion for different reasons, but I feel like we just have to accept the decision that has been made and kind of move on. Like, I'm really tired of, after a vote has happened or something, and then we now spend weeks dissecting what if this had happened, can we change? Can we go back to the electorate? Can recount votes? No, that's not going to happen. So I feel like let's just, however awful the situation is, we just have to accept it and move on. Like, you know, when people say, oh, the first sign to admitting you've got a problem is acceptance, and admitting it. This is what we need to do. We just need to kind of admit this has happened, it's awful, how can we make the best of a bad situation? And that's what I think we need to be going into thinking in 2017, and not bringing in and dragging in all this kind of what ifs for the new year, because we can't change what's happened. I think more positive thinking, forward thinking, not allowing, I guess, the media to influence how we feel about other groups of people, looking at people with suspicion or, you know, blame for certain things that are going on in society. Just try to start off the year in a more positive manner. Number 5 is something that actually gets on my nerves so much here on YouTube, and it is clickbait. Oh, so this is something that's always been around, but I feel like it's proliferated recently with the changes that have been happening in YouTube. So there's been like algorithm changes or something that's been happening in YouTube where people have been losing views, people have been losing followers, people have been unsubscribed to channels where they shouldn't have been. There's been a lot going on, and lots of people have found their channels really struggling, and it's particularly hard for small channels like mine. That said, clickbait, I don't think is the way to go. I think it's just really frustrating when you see a thumbnail, somebody sitting there, like the title is like, it's over or something, and then their face is like, and then you click on it and it's like they've just seen the last episode of their favourite series off Netflix, and it's over, and they can't bear to wait for 6 months until the next lot comes out or something like that. You know, something absolutely ridiculous that's not to do with the thumbnail that they've portrayed. So just to get clicks and views, I just think it's really unfair. I think it's kind of like cheating the system, if you like, and I just kind of hope it kind of dies down. And yeah, I just want to see the back of it in 2016, to be honest. It's just really, really annoying. Like, I would just like to see a thumbnail and see a title that's actually related to the video I'm clicking to watch. Imagine that. Okay, number 6 is something that has definitely improved, but I think can for sure be improved further, and that is beauty brands not catering for women of colour, darker skinned people. I think that it has got better. So obviously when I was growing up, there was only a couple of beauty brands. Sleek and Fashion Fair were my go-tos when I started wearing makeup. But now it has gotten better and it's improved, and high street stores are doing, like drugstores are doing more shade ranges and things like that. But I feel like there's still a long way to go. I was at the airport a couple of months ago, and I was on my way to Dublin, and I had a bit of a duty-free binge. I'll insert my little haul picture there for you to see. I wanted to buy a lot of makeup, I was feeling it, and I went to Lancome because I wanted to buy the foundation that Patricia had said that she bought and had done a tutorial or something. They looked really nice. So I got there, and then the lady said, oh, sorry, we don't do your range here at the airport, but your colour at the airport. Okay. I was just like, okay. So I have to get it on the high street. Well, why should I not be able to benefit from duty-free prices? You know, even if you carry like a couple of units of the darker shades, but just to be like, no, sorry, we don't do your range. It's just, it really annoyed me actually. It really frustrated me. I just felt like we'd gone 10 steps back. So I ended up going to Bobbi Brown anyway and picking up my foundation stick, which I absolutely love and will be rebuying. So, you know, it's fine. I found something else, but it's not fine. But I went to Bobbi Brown, they cater for my colour in the airport, and Lancome lost out on a sale. You know, it's things like that. It's just like, oh, why should this be happening still, you know, in 2016? So I'm kind of hoping that we move forward and it won't be an issue. You won't have to worry. You won't have to worry about clicking on a website and not seeing your colour, going into a store and not seeing your colour, going into an airport and not seeing your shade. Like, it shouldn't, I can't wait for the day that it just doesn't even become an issue. But until then, I'm kind of hoping that we move forward and we move further forward in the new year. Yeah, because, you know, 2016 now. Number 7, pretty simple, doesn't really need any explanation, the Kardashians. Number 8, body shaming. So I feel like body shaming needs to stay in 2016. Whether you're shaming somebody who is overweight or shaming somebody who is underweight, I think it just needs to stop. I find things to do with outward shaming really hard to take, because you know, a lot of people struggle with their body image, whether they're skinny or whether they're big. We've all got insecurities, whether it's about our faces, our nose, our ears, our eyes, our weight, cellulite, just generally lots of things we can pick apart on ourselves, and a lot of us do. I know when you're on social media, you do put yourself out there for critique, and I understand that, and I think constructive criticism is fine, but I feel when you're just commenting like, you need to eat a burger, you can see your ribs, you've got no bum, you've got no boobs, you're so fat, go to the gym, go on a diet, how is that helpful? Like, it's just not helpful. So just generally those kind of things, I just really wish that they just stop, and we're just more supportive of each other in general, you know. But there's always going to be people who are hiding behind their screens and making these comments. I get that, but you know, it's my personal wish that these things would stop for, you know, as we go forward into the new year, because you don't know what that person is going through and what struggle they're going through. Like, I feel, you know, if someone's putting on weight, yeah, it might just be a case of they're eating Domino's, but that's their choice, right? But at the same time, you know, I've gone through a time when I've been quite stressed out, and I have put on weight because I've been stressed. So obviously I've been eating worse, I've not been sleeping, so that kind of makes that hormone cortisol, apparently that makes you put on weight too. So not, you know, you're going through cycles in your life that are causing you to gain weight, and that's because something difficult's happening for you. Similarly, you know, some people lose weight through stress or bereavement or things that are happening in their lives, and you don't know that when you're making these comments. You don't know what struggle people are going through, how much they're trying to lose weight or gain weight. So there's a lot that's going on behind the scenes, and people don't know when they just make these flippant comments of you need to go on a diet or whatever. So yeah, I'm really hoping sort of trolling and body shaming and stuff like that will just be phasing out in 2017. It's more of like a hopeful thing, a utopian dream, because I think we all know it's probably not going anywhere. Okay, number 9 is false advertising. False advertising in the sense of social media, stars, celebrities, big YouTubers, big Instagrammers, kind of selling and advertising to the general public products that they don't believe in, that they have only used once or never used, that have been given a paragraph to copy and paste and advertise. I just think it's really not fair. It's not right. I mean, we know that advertising, you got to take it with a pinch of salt, and you've got to use some sort of common sense. But you know, I was surprised and am surprised by how influenced people are on social media by social media stars and influencers. So I think, you know, if you're going to be advertising a product, you need to be behind it, you need to support it, you need to really believe in it. Like, I would never ever come on here and advertise a product to you guys that I don't believe in, that I've not used, that I just wouldn't buy with my own money. Like, I know the struggle, like I know what it is like to go out and work hard and buy products and items that I share with you guys, whether it's in my hauls or whether it's in favorites and stuff like that. So I wouldn't start just advocating and advertising things that I don't believe in because I'm not spending my own money. So I really hope that in the new year and going forward, like, there's just a bit more integrity that comes into all these channels, on these social media channels, that there's a little bit more of a moral compass when it comes to these things, and it's not just also driven by numbers and followers and subscribers and money. That's a hope. Again, I think it should probably go on the list of utopian dreams, because we know what society's like. It's probably not going to change, but that's just something personally I wish would stay in 2016. And number 10, which I probably should have done under the body shaming thing or keeping up with the Joneses thing, is Photoshop fails, and just Photoshop in general. Like, I've seen a few Photoshop fails recently from celebrities. I'm just like, why even trying it? Like, why are you trying? You know, if you're gonna do it, first of all, you need to know what you're doing. Some of them are just absolutely atrocious. I might try and insert a couple if I can find them for you to see, or link them down below. So yeah, I think photoshopping in general, or photos, like, I don't Photoshop my photographs on Instagram or my videos. I just use a filter. So what you see is pretty much what you get. You see bumping into me in the street, this is what I would look like, this is me. So in fact, I'll probably look a lot worse than this because I'm filming now. So you probably wouldn't recognise me, not because I'm photoshopping, because I just probably look much more of a mess than this. Portraying this reality that's not real is something I feel quite strongly about. I think you can tell from this list, and I kind of just hope that photoshopping and poor photoshopping and extreme photoshopping would end, because again, people are very influenced by what they see. So you might see somebody and think, oh my gosh, she's tiny, I need to lose so much weight, and do something crazy to kind of get there. And I just think it's not it's not healthy for people. So yeah, photoshopping, extreme photoshopping kind of needs to stop. And then I want to end on a positive note and tell you the most positive thing I've brought out of 2016, and something I'd like to sort of see more of in some way. And it's going to be quite weird for you to hear this, but it's actually the game Pokemon Go. So I got into that in the summer. Nicholas and I would play it all the time, and I'm not the most extroverted person, so I'm not the kind of person to just bump into people in the street, start talking to them, talk to people on public transport, just be uber like, hey, and no. I'm normally stuck with my headphones when I'm walking around, kind of eyes forward, eyes down, just getting on with things. I'm not like that sociable with people I don't know. Though I'm trying to work on it, because obviously being in this environment and going to events and stuff, I'm going to need to kind of get out of that shell. But what I really liked about Pokemon Go was the fact that it got me, first of all, got me outside and got me walking. I hate walking. Like, I don't mind walking to a destination, but I hate just walking for walking. You know, some people really enjoy that and as a way of losing weight and as a way of exercise, but for me, just kind of getting dressed up and everything just to go for a walk, just not my thing. I'd much rather go to the gym or go for a run than just go for a walk. So it was quite nice to find something that would get me out and about, and also enjoying the weather, but also meeting people. So we'd go to the park and kind of bump into the same people we bumped into a few days ago. We'd be talking to them about what we've caught, what we're trying to catch, where's the best place to catch things, where have you been, and all this kind of stuff. And it was really nice just to kind of meet people and talk to people we'd never speak to normally, meet people in our local area, get to know our local area, and it was just really nice. And I really loved that kind of social aspect to it that I've kind of always sort of shied away from. So yeah, I kind of think that for me, I'm going to try harder in the new year to be a little bit more sociable in that sense, I think. I kind of put myself out there in situations that I wouldn't have done in the past, to meet new people and meet more people. But yeah, I think that was a really good element of that game. It was just really, really positive, and it kind of made me realise that, you know, human beings are very social people, and we're not supposed to be so suspicious of each other, or, you know, scared of each other or whatever. Like, we're kind of led to believe in the media, like, this group's against this group and this people don't live together, these people don't integrate, and all this kind of stuff, because, you know, a game brought us out together, and it was just really, really nice. All ages, all kinds of people. I loved it. So I'm kind of hoping we'll see a bit more of that in the new year. So that is it, really. That is my list of things I wish we would leave behind in 2016. Do add anything you think of in the comments below. Let me know what you agree and disagree with. Be nice. And yes, I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye.